got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first episode of Redo Ruby. This is just going to be a little mini series that I do where I just kind of upload videos of every modification that I do to the Mustang. And as you can kind of see here, we already have something to install. It is the Euro style sequential tail lights for the 99 to 04 Mustangs, and I'll even show you what they look like. So I'll bring you over here. Set you right there. I'm gonna take a quick look. Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna look so good. Now, one thing that I've noticed when looking for these is I cannot find any of these versions with this like smoked or just like without the chrome piece. I really don't like that, but I like everything else on it. So what I am going to do is I am going to get the spray on tint and attempt to just, you know, make this a little darker just so it's you're not able to see it. And I'm just going to film the process and see how it goes. Actually, before I start with the whole installation process, there's a couple things that I need to do real quick. I need to wash the car, because if you guys can tell, it's filthy and it needs a wash. And two, right on the back, and now I'll take you guys to her. Right on the back here, I really want to take this off. The previous owners installed what seems to be like Plasti Dip instead of the honeycomb deck lid, what I think it's called. I don't like it, and I know once I install the tail lights, it's not going to look very good, I don't think. So I have a heat gun, and I'm going to see if I can carefully take this off. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. So yeah, those are the two things that I need to do: wash the car and then take that off. I don't know if I'm going to record myself washing the car, but I'm definitely going to record me taking this off, just so you guys can see what to do and what not to do, you know? So let's get to it. She's looking a lot cleaner now. She definitely needed it. However, doesn't matter how many times I wash this car, that tree, just when it blows, when the wind blows, just everything just falls on top of this car. So it doesn't even look like I cleaned it at all. Let me just flip this car around just so I'm outside. A little bit better lighting. The clouds there's a lot of clouds out right now, so the sun comes and goes, but still better lighting than in the garage. So yeah, let me do that real quick. Now, as I mentioned earlier, all that we have to do, or I should say the next step before we do the tail lights, is find a way to take this out. I'm going to try it with the heat gun. Again, hopefully I don't mess up the paint, but we're going to see. guys can't see very well, but actually, let me see. You see how that is up there? I don't know how I'm gonna peel that off. Like, that looks like it's barely sprayed on there. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but that looks like it's barely sprayed on there. So I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off. That's just gonna look like a stain. Yeah. So we're still seeing. Keep her off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start heating this up, and hopefully with a just random card I can just kind of scrape it off. I'm not sure if this is the best method, but that's what we're gonna try and see how it goes. So if you can hear a car in the background, that's my dad. He just came home from work and he's just kind of observing, but I hope he turns off the car soon. Anyways, this is coming off relatively pretty easy. Knock on wood, I don't jinx myself, you know, but we're gonna continue doing that. Just heat it up a little bit and then continue peeling. I don't know, maybe for this sticker part here, I don't know if you see if you guys can see a little bit better. For that sticker there, I might just get some Goo Gone, because that's really not coming off. I do apologize, my camera died, so now we're using my phone again. But it's going. There's a lot of just kind of heating and just kind of taking it easy and trying to pull it slowly. But it's like gum. It's like gum on the concrete floor, and you're just trying to like scoop it up. It's not going so well, but progress is just gonna take a while. But yeah. Alright, so there's been a development. We're not gonna do the heat gun anymore. It takes too long, and I don't know if you guys can see this here. I actually took off a little bit of paint, which I'm kind of upset about, but my dad came up with a good idea. WD-40. Just kind of spray it on like that. I'm putting a little rag down below, so I don't really like just let it sit on the paint down here, but same card, and yeah, just run it down. Look how easy that is. That could have saved me, what, I've been doing this for about an hour and a half now. Look how much easier that is. So just gonna kind of do the rest here. Hopefully it's a lot faster. Nasty now, but once I give this a nice little wipe, this whole thing is going to be transformed. It's going to look so nice. everything seems to be off. So all I have to do now is just give it a quick wash, just to kind of get all of this WD-40 out of the actual paint and see what needs to be scrubbed on. Just because like this part right here, I'm gonna see if I can do some like rubbing alcohol, because this is just a sticker and it's just not coming off with the WD-40. Alright guys, and we're back. Sorry, I didn't necessarily record me taking off the sticker with the rubbing alcohol. I just really wanted to get it done, and luckily it wasn't too hard. But here is the final result of taking off the deck lid. I think the car looks super clean. Definitely not used to seeing the car in a solid red from behind, but it is growing on me, and again, I absolutely love it. One thing that is going to happen though is that the Mustang lettering, we are putting some black decals. I do have those. I'm not sure if I'm doing it today. I might as well. But one thing for sure is we are doing the taillights now. I went ahead and just put tape all around the edges, but as you can kind of see here, I did not put tape on this area here, mainly because I don't like how this under the tape it's a darker black, and then this is kind of, it almost looks like a sponge. I don't like that, so that's why I went ahead and just went a little bit further from where the chrome ends, just so I can make this whole piece the same color, same as this side here. I'm using the plastic that they shipped with. I'm using that as a cover, so I don't have to get like a bag or anything like that. And if you were wondering, let me flip you guys over. I am using the Peel Coat Lens Tint, nothing special. This is from like what, AutoZone. But yeah, like I said, just do a couple coats and see how it goes. Okay, quick update. This is like the 6th, 7th layer that I do. And this thing sucks. It specifically says in the back, don't do more than 4, but doesn't matter how heavy of a coat that I do. I mean, it's starting to get darker. You can definitely start seeing it get darker, but it's 7 coats when this thing says to only do 4. And again, if I show you on this styrofoam that I've been spraying, it's obviously coming out as black, but you have to do such a heavy coat. And I'm scared to do that because I feel like this will just start running. It'll start running through the sides. It's gonna create orange peel. Again, this, I just don't recommend. I really don't. Look who decided to come over after work. It's Maddie. We're going to, while we're waiting for the taillights to dry so I can put another layer, I was like, well, we might as well put the letters on there because Maddie actually got me the inserts for the back bumper. So I figured, why don't we just do it now since we're focusing on the back today. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put some rubbing alcohol just because it looks like they're just stickers. I don't want grease or any of the, what's it called, residue from what we were taking off earlier to get stuck in between us. Oh no. Better? Sorta? Yeah?
Yeah, that's better.
Ugh. Now, we're gonna see her skills. You better not mess it up, because we only have one of every letter. It's trickier, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you want me to do the other letters?
If you want to. You know what? I think having the black letters is a must. Get it? No?
I just now got it.
¿A dónde está peinado?
¿A dónde están peinadas?
Hey.
I think I did a better job than you.
Yeah, you probably did. Hopefully with the heat that the bubbles start to come out. But damn. Oh, hold on. Brightness is it's a little too bright. Look at that. That's looking sick. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about putting the black Mustang logo emblems on once I like took off the black deck lid, but I'm liking it. It looks sick.
I think it looks really nice.
All right, so. You see what I mean? No matter how much you spray it down.
Oh shoot, closing the room.
You're good, you're good. No matter how many times you spray it down, it doesn't seem to get any darker. And it forces you to do heavy coats, but you run the risk of... Alright, so quick update. That's how they're turning out. I don't know how many sprays it's been, but let me tell you, it's almost out. It's actually when I'm spraying, it kind of cuts off because it's running so low. But yeah, I kind of knew that I'm probably gonna have to use the whole thing, and I'm okay with it. I just want it to be dark enough to where I don't see the chrome all the time or like the red lights on the bottom. Again, I just don't like it, but we'll see how the finished product looks. All right, so both cans are from AutoZone, but they are very different from each other. So this one is the first one that I was using, the one that I was telling you guys that doesn't matter how many times I sprayed, I had to do really heavy coats to get the black that I wanted. This one, this is what I needed. If I had this, I would have been done with that. And I might have sprayed a little too dark, but we're gonna see. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to day 2 on installing the taillights on Ruby. I didn't think it was gonna take 2 days, but since I was having trouble yesterday with the tint spray, by the time I was pretty much satisfied with how the tints looked. Oh, sorry, it's a little dark in here. By the time I was satisfied with how the tint looked on the taillights, it was already too dark. And then it started raining, so I had to, postpone it and wait until tomorrow. But, and excuse the mess in the garage, but look at that. They are looking a lot better. Let me see if I can turn up the brightness just a bit. They're looking a lot better with that second can. So all I have to do now is install them. And this shouldn't take very long. This should only take about an hour and a half max. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Both the left and the right side have these hand screws. You want to, just twist them off. It's actually going the wrong way. Like that. And then do the same for this side. Those aside, and you will also have to remove 4 center panel fasteners, which it looks like it'll be here, 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 and this last one. However, mine, it looks like somebody's been messing with it, like a previous owner, and they're broken, as you can kind of see here. So I only have one to take off, but that is the next step. Scratch that. Me trying to take this last one off, it broke, so they're probably just really brittle, but what can you do? Ford. So now that the center panel is off, you want to just go ahead and remove all this trunk lining. It should just come off by holding it and you'll see that the back part of it it's revealed. Okay, the next step would be you have 4 nuts. This one here, that one in there, if you can see it, 3, and 4 is on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that right there. So just go ahead and remove those. You can use an 11mm or a 7/16 long socket, and just go ahead and remove those. All right. So once all 4 nuts have been removed, you want to feed this through the other side, and it's super easy. Just gently pull on the tail light, pull it out, and then that kind of gives you a little bit of room to kind of feed this through. Just stick it in there, pull it out, and there you go. It's a little dirty in there. I'll clean it up a bit, but pretty easy to take these off. Now you just repeat this step onto the other side. Now, just like yesterday, it looks like it's very cloudy and it's actually beginning to rain. Hopefully it doesn't rain too hard, because then I won't be able to install these, but let's kind of keep at it. I went ahead and gave them both a quick little wipe down on both sides. Nothing too fancy because we are racing against rain right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and just install the tail lights. I went ahead and installed the first one just so I can kind of test it out and know what I'm doing. But it was actually fairly easy. So now we're just gonna go ahead and remove the plastic and the tape off of the second one. And let me tell you, it's very sketchy. It's like plasti dip. See, the way that I pull it seems to want to come off with it. So I'm very gentle, which that one actually came off a little bit better than the first one. I don't know if it's because it's not dry enough, although I let it sit for, I would say, more than like 12 hours. I let it sit overnight. But luckily, if I don't like it, if it starts peeling off, I can always respray it. Take that off, and look how sick these look. Alright, just make sure that you don't record that. They can't see it yet. Alright, so we're back in here, and now it's time for us to just install these. So remove the rubber band and feed both of these through the original harness hole, like so. Put the gasket in there, and just carefully make sure you're not pinching the harness cable. Just go ahead and slide it, all the 4 screws through those holes. There you go. Now the resistor, you get 2 of these. I already installed one. All you really have to do once you peel this sticker off, adhesive off, place it anywhere where it's not in the way once you put all the lining back in. So I would say just about there is perfectly fine. And then you connect the end of the resistor to this end that's attached to the harness. See how it goes, just like so. And then the harness, plug it back in like so. See, if you want to, you can grab something to just kind of tie this, but I think it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So after you do that, then just put the 4 nuts back in and start wrenching them in. Sick. Once those are secure, you are pretty much done. Now I have to just put the lining back in. I haven't tested out these taillights before I installed them. Actually, we should do that first. Yeah, let's do that first. And there we go. Look at the final results. I think these look awesome. I was a little skeptical after I bought these. I was looking at pictures and I see a lot of people also running the 2013s, 2014s, and I was like, did I make a bad choice in buying these? But after installing them, after putting the tint, they look phenomenal. I am very happy with how these look. And now we're gonna show you what it looks like when it's turned on. Oh my. Look at that. Sequential. That looks sick. See, even though it's tinted, you can still see the red lights beneath, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I just don't like to see the chrome. And there's the other one. Damn, that looks sick. Turn on the lights. And that's what they look like with the lights on. I am stoked. I think this looks sick. Removing the black deck lid, adding the Mustang letters, and now having this, I think that looks sick. However, when you press the brakes, they are not sequential. They all just turn on at the same time. Same with the hazards. If you turn on the hazards, they're not sequential. But turn signals, I think it looks sick. I'm definitely happy how these turned out, and all we have to do now is put the lining back in and we're done. I am excited. This looks sick. Look at that. All right, and after you put the lining back in and everything's back in place, that's pretty much it. I'm super excited how these turned out. As you can kind of see there, it again really transformed the look. I'm excited because this is again the first car that I truly modify, and seeing how these look and how easy it was, it kind of gets me excited for future modifications. But that does it for today's video. If you guys like today's video, please drop a like, leave a comment, and hit the bell notification for more Mustang content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.